Wrestling. I'm Matt Topolsky alongside Brad Gilmore for the row right here at the World Gym Arena. And tonight in action, it's the Mysterious Q versus Aiden Cristiano in match 2 of their best of 5 series for the Texas title. And for the first time, we will see the brand new Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions in action as they defend those titles against Legion. It's all that and so much more, so buckle in because the row starts right now. The Lone Ranger of the row continues his pursuit of greener pastures and perhaps another opportunity at that television championship. This is the TV title division, and the action gets kicked off right now on the row.
And we know how important a win in the television championship division is, Matt Topolsky. We have that ranking system, always calculating, always number crunching to determine the next number 1 contender. And we know next week on this very program, Abel Andrew Jackson will be defending that television championship against Jarrell Timpo.
What an electric ovation from the World Gym Arena for Brian Keith.
And his opponent from Bristol, Tennessee, weighing in at 200 pounds, Axton Lowe.
Axton Lowe has been very impressive in his performances over the last few months. Of course, Axton Lowe was the man that took Brian Keith's fake participation trophy or championship from him some time ago in that J.J. Blake Open Challenge. But Axton Lowe, in both wins and losses, has proven that he is definitely an upstart talent here at the Reality of Wrestling. I'm sure Booker T will have his eye on Axton Lowe, and this should be a good one. Brian Keith and Axton Lowe, a nice sign of respect right there. Brian Keith, of course, a former Reality of Wrestling television champion in his own right, captured that TV title in a cage match against ruthless Ryan Davidson at the final heat in Pasadena, Texas a few years ago. But it has been a roller coaster ride in the last few years for Brian Keith's career, as he has consistently fallen short of the opportunity to recapture that television championship. Brad Gilmore, will tonight be the night when Brian Keith takes that first step back into the win column?
You know, you would hope so, but it seems like every time Brian Keith gets just so close and he makes it to the big game and he's got an opportunity, he just drops the ball. I mean, I don't want to say that Brian Keith is like, you know, the early 90s Buffalo Bills, but that's kind of the feeling you get a little bit. He can get there, but he just can't clinch it.
Well, no offense to those Buffalo Bills, but Brian Keith actually won a championship.
Hey, right you are, point taken there. And speaking of championships, look at the smirk on Axton Lowe's face. Don't you just want to slap it off?
Absolutely not.
What an ugly mug.
What do you have against Axton Lowe?
Well, first of all, he came in here, no one invited him. He just showed up and he defeated.
I see. The president of the J.J. Blake fan club is a little upset that Axton Lowe is out here performing this week.
He took something that didn't belong to him, and then Booker T.
He earned it, unlike J.J. Blake, who just purchased the participation trophy.
So let me get this straight. He comes in here and takes J.J. Blake's what you call fake championship, and for doing that, Booker T gives him a shot at the television championship. That doesn't make any sense to me.
He did it because Axton Lowe did us all a favor and shut J.J. Blake up. Heard it come running from Axton Lowe. Very impressive. A tit-for-tat seesaw battle here in our opening contest.
Mark my words, Matt Topolsky. Mark my words, J.J. Blake will be the champion of all television one day soon.
Well, J.J. Blake is going to have to buy a ticket if he wants to get access to the World Gym Arena again. So it's going to be an uphill climb for him. But meanwhile, back in the ring, we have action between Axton Lowe. Sunset flip over the top on Brian Keith, who responds. Keith cover here. 2, and Axton Lowe slips out the back door at 2.5.
I still think, what an unfair. Did you see the way J.J. Blake, the champion of all television, was unceremoniously kicked out of the building because of who less? Oh, whoa, look at that. Axton Lowe. Went right to the jaw of Brian Keith. Brian Keith's on Dream Streak.
One thing is for certain, Brad, both of these guys are heavy hitters. Of course, Brian Keith, known for the fastest kicks in the South. We're still being introduced to Axton Lowe, but he is not disappointing in the hit column either. Brian Keith ducks underneath, coming back with a lariat of his own. This is a high-impact affair to open it up this week on the Reality of Wrestling.
We look for some sort of, is that a pulp handle neck breaker of sorts? I've seen Axton Lowe use that maneuver, but there's a side effect by Brian Keith.
Cover here, 2!
He's looking to lasso him up, Matt Topolsky. You know what that normally means. He's going to look for that rodeo DDT.
Keith calling for that rodeo. Axton Lowe shoots him off. Shot to the breadbasket. Now Axton Lowe looking for a go behind here. Perhaps a German suplex reversal again. Series of reversals. Axton Lowe leapfrog over the top. Roll up here. Cover 2 with a bridge. Axton Lowe gets the victory.
Here's your winner, Axton Lowe.
Wow. Axton Lowe out of nowhere rolls up Brian Keith. And another big W for Axton Lowe.
Well, the look on the face of Brian Keith says it all. His woes continue. Meanwhile, Axton Lowe shooting up the TV title circuit. Big win for this young talent in our opening contest this week on the Reality of Wrestling.
Nation, I'm Ashley Bull, backstage here with Rex Andrews. Now, Rex, last week you made history at The Last Stand, but everyone wants to know, have you decided on who you want to challenge?
Actually, before The Last Stand, I knew whose championship I was coming to take. When I was in Japan, I knew whose championship I was coming to take. But there's a lot of options on the table, right, Ashley? There's a lot of things at play. So how about we make a deal, right? Behind door number 1, we got the television championship. The championship that I held for a year and a half. Brought it up to prestige. Maybe I want one more run with it. But behind door number 2, the Texas championship, Ashley. The title that was made for me. The inaugural champion. Traveled the country defending that championship. Representing Reality of Wrestling. Maybe I want that again. Maybe I want to be back on the road representing this brand. But then behind door number 3, Ashley, the Reality of Wrestling Championship, the one title I haven't held. But do I want it? Do I need it, Ashley? See, that's the question everybody wants to know. These champions are lined up behind these doors and they're waiting to find out who I'm coming to take. But I don't mind making these champions squirm for a few more weeks. 2 weeks, Ashley. 2 weeks, I'll open the door.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 360 pounds, they are Legion.
Well, there's February and March, Matt Topolsky. Of course, Mark's the former Will Lockhart.
Yeah, just when we were starting to get to know our Lockhart, now we have to get to know another month in the Julian calendar. The bizarre episodes and escapades of Legion continue. Feast your eyes on February and March in this tag team title match.
I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Hopping up the scenes, they are the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Jack Mason and Warren Johnson.
What a pop, and well deserved for the new Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Brad Gilmore, I'll have you know,
guys have come in here. They've won the tag team championships in a relatively short amount of time. And now they've captured the hearts of the Road Nation. I love them. I love Zach and Warren.
A very impressive tag team at one time. When they made it on the scene here, they could be described as prospects. Well, they are prospects no longer. They are carrying the crown jewels of the tag team title division. Double hip toss to get things started here. Pin attempt early on from Zach Mason. Zach Mason and Warren Johnson, what a meteoric rise. What a story from these two young men and what they have accomplished so far here at the Reality of Wrestling. You say the sky's the limit. Well, they're already tag team champions. So really, I guess the first challenge here tonight is to prove it wasn't a fluke by defeating February and March, Brad.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that. I talked to Warren Johnson a little bit earlier today. And we talked about that, how that was always said about them, the sky's the limit, the sky's the limit. And Warren Johnson told me, don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footprints on the moon, and he just put those footprints
Cover
in
here
his
from Warren
face.
Johnson. Kick out at one. The tag, and here comes the man formerly known as Will Lockhart, now under the spell of Legion. March.
You know, Matt Topolsky, though, there's something about being the underdog, especially against a team like the Heavenly Bodies, and then winning the championships. It changes you in a variety of ways, and one of them is it gives you a confidence that only a champion can carry. And you see it right now in Warren and Zach. They feel like they've been champions for 5-10 years.
Well, you just look at the way they've come out of the gate here. It's like pure electricity. You know, we have the Kentucky Derby coming up here, and these two are just shooting right out of the gates, Brad, and looking for the win. I mean, this is incredible stuff early on against Legion, who is so unorthodox, so unpredictable. How can you even prepare for a tag team when you don't even know whether these guys, quite frankly, are human?
Hey, that's right, Matt Topolsky. Suspicious by his absence is Shawn Hendricks. Look at that good tag team work by Legion. But let's not forget, Matt Topolsky, this is the very first time that the man formerly known as Will Lockhart, now being referred to as March, and February, have ever teamed together.
Absolutely, but it's that symbiotic relationship. From Legion, cover here, two. It's like a sixth sense that all of them share. Once they are under the spell cast by Shawn Hendricks. And you don't have to believe it, but if you sit here at ringside long enough, you will see the strange and supernatural things that come on from the Demonic Collective.
Here's a cover here. 1,
2. The kick out from Warren Johnson, who needs to make a tag. As I stated earlier, they sprinted out of the gate here, but Legion turns the tables, and now the tag team champions have slowed down just a bit. And it's one thing to chase those titles, Brad Gilmore. It's quite another to successfully defend them.
Hey, you're right there, Matt Topolsky. We've seen a lot of people go out there, slip on a banana peel, and win a championship. And then when it comes to their first defense, they come up short. They lose it. They prove they did not have what it took to maintain. And that's what a lot of this sport is, Matt Topolsky. It's a battle of attrition. It's about maintaining. Oh, look at that.
Well, February and March working well together right now. Kick out at 2.
And Warren Johnson needs to make a tag to Zach Mason. He needs to get in there, because right now Legion's getting frequent tags. They're cutting the ring in half. They're not letting the fresh man get in. And you can tell Warren Johnson could use a little R&R. Oh!
Back spring elbow there from March. Cover 1, 2. Would anyone have suspected Will Lockhart? Would have gone through this conversion, this mutation, if you will, cover here once again. Warren Johnson slips out the back door, but he has got to be out of gas and out of air. And pretty soon, if he doesn't make the tag, he's going to be out of time.
You're right there, Matt Topolsky. Warren Johnson trying to muster up enough. There he goes. Can he get the tag? Can he get the tag?
Big back body drop there from Warren Johnson. March hanging
right
on
there.
for dear life.
Warren leapfrog, and he got the tag. Zach Mason is in. The powerhouse is Zach Mason.
Oh, Zach Mason has taken the gloves off, and he is exploding ejection seat.
Zach Mason, like a house on fire.
Look out, Brad.
Oh, wow. And everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face. But Zach Mason with a quick rebound. Oh, look out! Wow.
March just fell into January. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, my goodness. How did he kick out? Hell, I thought he fell off the roof.
Wow.
Well, Warren Johnson unceremoniously dumped to the outside. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Zach Mason doing what he does best.
A double STO. Zach Mason. Tag to Warren Johnson.
Well, Warren Johnson's got that third win. And the tag team champions.
Here we go, fly death. That might be all.
Cover. 1, 2. Still your champs. Pure electricity. That is exactly what these two bring to the table. Your Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Zach Mason and Warren Johnson. Good God.
Spend a couple bands and I got some more with me, yeah. And catch a buzz. I need a buzz quick and give me one.
Well, if there was any doubt about whether or not this tag team could repeat their success, I think those doubts have been laid to rest. More Reality of Wrestling to come here in a moment.
Oh, you're not even a dollar. You ain't popping, not even your collar. You bugging at me, she sending me violence. She calling my phone and I can't stop. Got a spot for the
Brock Baker, I just had one question for you. We noticed that you weren't in the Battle Royal 2 weeks ago, and with your match with Van Harrison, well, how are you doing?
How does it look like I'm doing, Ashley? Better yet, here's another question for you. What am I not doing? Walking properly? I can barely feel anything from the waist down. Van powerbombed me so hard, I'm pretty sure I came down with the flu. But it's cool. Van made a very, very big mistake when he threw our friendship out the window. How does that old country song go? I've got friends in low places. Well, I've got friends in very dark places. And soon, I'm gonna show you what the Cash Money Hooligan is all about. Now excuse me.
An accident in the 21st century presents an entirely new set of challenges. From self-driving cars to failures in new safety technology, if you've been injured in a car accident, you need a 21st century lawyer. After all, you have to make your case here before you can win it here. Injured? Choose the smart lawyer. Call Walker Texas Lawyer now and download the Walker Texas Lawyer app.
Ay, papi, ¿estás listo?
Claro
Hoy
que
sí
sí.
vamos a ganar.
Claro que sí.
Sí, esto
Jefe,
vamos.
¿estás listo? Of course I'm ready.
Jefe,
guys.
you ready?
Of course I'm ready.
Yeah.
Today's the day.
Jefe,
Guys. Look, today I embarrass the mysterious Q. And when it's all said and done, I'm going to win the entire series.
That's right.
And as a matter of fact, I want all of you to be out there to witness it.
We're going to be there. We're going to be there.
But look, I don't want any of you to interfere, okay? I don't want no excuses. I'm going to do this on my own. And I'm going to show to everybody why I'm called El Jefe. Jefe, 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 Jefe.
Hey, Row Nation, I'm Ashley Bull, backstage here with the Latin heartthrob, Gino. Now, congratulations on defending your Reality Wrestling Championship against Ryan Davidson. But are you at all concerned that Rex Andrews might challenge you for your championship?
Ashley, I wouldn't say concern. I wouldn't use that word. The word that I would use would be excited. I'm excited. Rex Andrews wants a shot at this. He can come at me. He thinks he's the best. I think I'm the best. But, there's only one way to figure that out, and that's in that ring. But, Rex Andrews just came back from Japan. I was here defending this title, looking for competition. And honestly, I think Rex Andrews can take me to my limits in that ring. And that's what I do. I put myself to the limits. I push myself to the limits to become the face of the reality wrestling, to be the best in the reality wrestling, and to prove why I am El Fino, Divino, Gino, El Campeón.
For over 13 years, the King of Solar Screens has been an industry leader, and we proudly use 100% American-made products. Home of the $55 any size, any color solar screen.
Well, what about arches?
$55.
What about circles?
$55.
What about rectangles?
$55.
Any size, any color, installed free. The King of Solar Screens, on time, every time.
Now can you dig that, sucker?
Tonight's episode of The Row is brought to you by Walker Texas Lawyer at WalkerTexasLawyer.com. Hilton Furniture, let them have it. Quality Blinds, go to QualityBlindsLLC.com for free shipping anywhere in the USA. And the King of Solar Screens, home of the $50 any size solar screen. Welcome back to the Reality of Wrestling. Brad Gilmore and Matt Topolsky for The Row. And coming up next, the best of 5 series continues, Brad Gilmore, with the Reality of Wrestling Texas Championship hanging in the balance down the road just a little bit. The Mysterious Q and Aiden Cristiano in their first matchup. Aiden Cristiano had injured the Mysterious Q. We thought he may be out permanently, and then it was a Q cutter out of nowhere that granted him the 1-0 lead in this series.
And we don't know Q's condition going into this match, and I think that's why it's a very important match for the Mysterious Q. If he can win this, he has 3 opportunities just to win one more match and be declared that Texas champion.
Absolutely. The best of 5 series continues between the franchise, the Mysterious Q, and the former Reality of Wrestling champion, Aiden Cristiano. It's our main event, and it's right now.
Let him hear it. There you go. Mas. Listen to our baby, Familia. Presente. Introducing first, from Madrid, weighing in at 235 pounds, Aiden Cristiano.
It's match 2 in the best of 5 series between Aiden Cristiano and the Mysterious Q. And if we go back in the annals of time here between these two just a few weeks ago, Aiden Cristiano had roughed up the Mysterious Q. It looked like he had seriously injured the franchise, but it was a Q cutter out of nowhere, which got the Mysterious Q the first victory. But what price did Q pay to achieve that victory? We're going to find out in match 2 of this best of 5 series. Aiden Cristiano flanked by 100% of La Familia and, of course, Reina. And what an ace in the hole she is.
From parts unknown, weighing in at 240 pounds,
YouTube, you name it. You can find the reality of wrestling. Just Google the flagship of Texas wrestling. We're not hard to find. It's Q, Aiden Cristiano, match number 2. Brad Gilmore, after we saw at the end of the first meeting between these two in this series, what are you looking for here, and what would you put the Mysterious Q's chances at after sustaining that injury at the end of match 1?
You know, I never know what's going to happen with Q when it comes to injury. You can never really tell a man how he feels internally. But as far as what I think of this match, I think it's very, very important for the Mysterious Q to come out here and get a very quick win, because we don't know the circumstances of that injury. We don't know how vicious it was, and we don't know what Q's operating at. Is it 75%? Is it 100%? We don't know. Come out, get a quick victory, be up 2-0, and you're in real good shape.
Quick roll-up attempt there. Goes for the Q cutter early on, perhaps taking your advice. Aiden Cristiano ducks to the outside. The Mysterious Q, mind you, has had a history of injuries throughout his illustrious career here at the Reality of Wrestling. Of course, dating back several years ago, had that terrible head injury that he continued to battle through. And then, of course, the torn rotator cuff at the hands of Big Sean Studd. Sean Studd, of course, put Mysterious Q out of action for nearly 9 months. So who knows if Q is at 100% here tonight. And of course the numbers game also in the favor of Aiden Cristiano, as Diego De La Cruz, Jonathan Vega, and of course Rain out here at ringside.
Well, that's always something the Mysterious Q has to be thinking about, is La Familia, and they're going to be looking for any opportunity they can to make their presence felt, if you know what I'm saying.
Q doesn't look like he's missed a step here early. Ducks underneath. Mysterious Q, clothesline over the top. The franchise on fire early here. Q had a steam. Stopped himself mid-flight. The Mysterious Q doesn't look like he's missed a beat. He looks in excellent condition right now.
Always worried, though, about Q taking those high-risk maneuvers, especially after that injury he sustained, like we've said before, in that first match. Well, there's a nice hurricanrana.
Cover here, cover here. 2. And a kick out from Aiden Cristiano, but Mysterious Q all offense early on. You talk about a distinct advantage. If Q is able to win this matchup here this week on the row, he would be 2 up in this one. In this best of 5, he would only need 1 more to end the series.
And you know, that would put Aiden Cristiano in a very bad position. We've seen it before, like in the finals between the Warriors and the Cavaliers. They came back 3-1, but if you can go up 2-0,
power here.
Look at that, wow.
By Aiden Cristiano to flip it around.
He's trying to get the big man over, can't exactly do it. Q, like a cat, Matt DePolsky.
Went for that slingshot sunset flip over the top.
Oh, man.
Devastating layout drop kick here, cover 2.
Oh, stepping on the, it looked like he stepped on his fingers, Matt.
Means necessary. Aiden Cristiano doesn't give a damn how he wins. He just wants to get that W. Impressive slam right there from the former champ. And a kick out from the former Triple Crown champ.
We know what, Matt DePolsky, it's interesting you bring up Triple Crown, because that's what Aiden Cristiano's looking at here. He's been a tag champion. He was the Reality of Wrestling champion and had a very, very long and successful reign with that title. If he can win the Texas Championship, he becomes the second man to ever do the Triple Crown.
Absolutely correct. And Aiden Cristiano was the champion of Reality of Wrestling for more than just a cup of coffee. He held that title for nearly 1 year. And of course, with La Familia being out here, it's about more than just moral support. It's almost as if Aiden Cristiano is trying to prove something. He definitely needs to get this win. Drives that knee into the center of the spine, and now just wrenching back on that chin.
You Matt Topolsky, though, we got to talk about this. What do you think about Booker T's decision to hold the championship up, to vacate the title after that controversial finish to one of their first matches?
Well, it's certainly controversial, and it's not up to me to make the decisions about who gets to carry the titles around here, but it was certainly the first of its kind that we've ever seen. And many people would have to say, oh man! Big super kick right there, that in a situation like that, the champion should have retained his title. Mysterious Q didn't, and now he's in this best-of-5 series fighting for it. And that super kick right there may give him the advantage he needs to go up 2-0, but he's got to make the cover.
He's got to take advantage of the situation. I think the longer this match goes on, the worse Q's chances get.
Well, Mysterious Q is just full tilt right now. I mean, we have not seen him lay off the gas at all. Ducks underneath, German suplex, launches Aiden Cristiano across the squared circle.
Executed to perfection. And Mysterious Q filling the crowd up. Feel the energy of the Road Nation.
I'll tell you what, Mysterious Q is taking the gloves off right now, folks. Q over the top.
Wow.
And an inverted DDT from the top rope cover. Oh my goodness, too. At 99% on that one.
Make sure y'all join in the conversation. Let us know your thoughts on this match with the hashtag #RoadMainEvent. Wow, Matt Topolsky.
This is the best Mysterious Q has looked in some time, Brad.
Oh, man. Straight to the face there. That rocked Q. That definitely rocked
Q. Just leading chin first right there. And went right into that size 14.
Q cutter.
He got it in the center of the ring.
Can't get advantage.
Aiden Cristiano. Call it street smarts. Call it momentum. He rolls out of the ring, and he'll live to fight another day.
What great ring awareness by Aiden Cristiano, the former reality wrestling champion, and now these two are trading blows right in front of us, Matt.
This is a personal affair between these two. You are witnessing it right now. Q ducks underneath, slingshot, and then into a sling blade.
Good look, he's pointing to the sky. He's gonna look for that Q cutter.
Q cutter again here.
Oh, wow.
My goodness, a twisting shoulder block, if you will. We're seeing new offense here tonight from Q, sacrificing his body. He knows how important this matchup is, Brad. He wins this, and he's one win away from winning this series and capturing that Texas championship for the second time.
Well, look, Q looks like he hit his head again when he collided with Aiden Cristiano. And look how shaky he looks getting up to that top rope, Matt Topolsky. He does not need to be up there.
Well, Q,
don't take this risk again, Q.
High risk all the time. Oh, no.
Went for a swanton.
Cover here. 1, 2. Aiden Cristiano takes advantage and gets the victory. Brad Gilmore, you telegraphed it. A huge mistake on the part of Mysterious Q to climb to the top. Clearly, it looked like he was on Dream Street. Went for a senton anyway, and it was double knees to the vertebrae. And 3 count later, Aiden Cristiano has tied this series.
Wow, what a monumental mistake by the Mysterious Q. That is all it takes, a momentary lapse in judgment, and now this series is tied.
It went into the 9th inning, and it was a walk-off home run by Aiden Cristiano to level it up. This is a competitive affair between these two, as this best-of-5 series is now tied at 1 apiece.
What's up, this Booker T, 5-time WCW champion, CEO, president of Reality of Wrestling. My company based here, right outside of Houston, Texas, Texas City, Texas. something I've been working on, guys, since 2005. My idea was to give young people a half of a chance at making it in the wrestling business. And that turned into Reality of Wrestling. Right now, guys, this is something I hold near and dear to my heart. Paul Bosch, the founder of wrestling here in Houston, Texas, Booker T, keeps his dream alive. Now, I'm asking you, no, I need you to help Reality of Wrestling go to the next level. And now with Patreon, we can do that. Offering you the ultimate fan experience, starting at only $1. I'm talking about guest ring announcer. Maybe you always wondered what it was like to be guest commentator. Maybe we could fly you in, have dinner, play a round of golf with the 5-time champ. That's what this thing is all about. I need you guys to help Reality of Wrestling go to the next level. We're breaking down doors. And with your help, it ain't gonna be nothing but a thing like a chicken wing on a string. Patreon, Reality of Wrestling, a tag team that can't lose. Now can you dig that, sucker?